So Eric, what was going through your mind when this thing just got out of the groove and it decided it had a mind of its own?
It was like the car was slowly going left and I'm trying to bring it back and the air was good. The car's accelerating hard, it's gonna go left. And it just got too far and I said, man, you know what, I should have lifted a second ago. And it's happened so quick, you never know. I didn't know this of this racetrack, but I was told that the track has a real narrow lane and you don't have much of a, a groove here, but so I guess to me it was pretty good until I got to fourth gear. And the fourth gear I should have just packed it in. And I'm going to admit I probably just went too far driving the car.
Had you heard the reputation of the Texas Motorplex for having that narrow groove?
Well, no, but I heard about it after I crashed the car. No, seriously, if I knew it was that bad, because I was told about Phoenix. So in Phoenix, man, when that car got out of the groove, I was out. I was out of that car, but I didn't know about this track. I figured Texas Motorplex, I didn't think it had that kind of an issue, but yeah, I was surprised.
That's what I wondered too. That's what I wondered too. You're smart enough to know when to lift and all that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been up on a racetrack probably 1,500, 2,000 times. Yeah, so I know when to lift. But there's times where if the groove is real wide, you can just bring the car back around and keep going. I guess what they say is it's all concrete. Where a lot of tracks maybe are concrete up to like 800 feet, and they got asphalt, but all the lime comes out of the concrete and doesn't really work very well when you got one tire stuck to the groove and one tire's on the concrete. It automatically drives the car over it.
You mean you had never heard that this track is notorious for chewing up race cars?
I didn't race here a lot. So when we ran Pro Modified, we didn't come here a lot. We didn't really start coming here until around maybe 2020, 21. I only came here once. In 2020 is my first race here in a Pro Mod car. And then I ran here last year, but no, I was never told. And again, it's one of those things, well, maybe I should know after racing for 35 years, but I raced mostly in Canada. I didn't start racing in the US until like 2013, 2014, for the past 10 years. So I still don't know what tracks are great, which ones are not, you know, so.
You ran Pro Modified, a class where it's notorious for having to wrestle the car, manhandle it all the way down the track. This is more of a finesse kind of car.
Yeah, the Pro Mod's got probably 400 to 500 pounds of downforce going down the track at half track, and these cars got, 100. They just got no downforce because they got no power. They don't have the same power that the Pro Mod has, so they're just not set up the same way. Yeah, you can't. Basically, you got to be in the groove by third, and you can fight it. By third gear, you're good to get the car back in the middle. If you're not in by the third gear, you got to stop.
We talked about you're the boss.
I know, but I really could. Honest to God, it's so dark out there. It's like they're still using incandescent light bulbs, So I'm going down. I can see the car going left, and I'm trying to bring it back, but I still really couldn't see as good if it was, an hour earlier with a little lighter. So
in a Pro Mod car, you probably could have wrestled that back into the groove with the added downforce and everything.
Maybe, but if that tire got out of the groove, even a Pro Mod would have probably been a right-hand turn. So what happens is the tire's stuck. This one isn't, so it's going to pull the car over to the one side. Not an equal acceleration. So.
What is the overwhelming feeling now? Is it, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money, or is it, oh my gosh, I'm safe? Is it more?
It's everything. Well, no, I'm not embarrassed about it, because you know what I always say about racing? It's never, ever, ever going to be that, if, it's always when. I mean, I don't think there's one racer in Pro Stock that I know that hasn't tried. Eric Anderson, Greg Anderson, Jason Lyman, they've all done it. Just things just happen, right? For me, more disappointed that I'm not racing today. And yeah, it's gonna cost money, absolutely gonna cost money to fix that car. And they're not cheap to fix, but I'm lucky enough that we have a spare car back at the shop right now that I'm gonna get ready for Vegas and for Pomona. And we got 2 new other cars coming into the camp in about 3 weeks. So I'll be able to drive something and then get my car fixed. Actually, I thought the car was a write-off. I looked at it this morning. I'm telling you, all the wheels are dead straight, control arms are straight, struts are in the car. It just tweaked the front end and scuffed the body. It needs a new body, it needs the front frame section, but as far as all the suspension components and everything, yeah, they're all solid. Inside cockpit looks really good, so I got lucky.
You need your roof painted.
Well, I think what saved the car is as soon as they hit the wall, it flipped the car, put the car on the roof, and it's like having your arms straight up in the air. The wheels and everything are hanging upside down. It's got nothing to hit. So yeah, the wheels. We rolled the wheels this morning. They're like, we turned it dead straight. Got lucky. Yeah.
How do you personally feel physically?
I woke up this morning, not even realizing I was in a crash last night. I just got up, walked around, and go, wow, I can't believe it. I'm coming down, look, touching my toes, and I come back up, and it's like, wow, I feel great.